A state of emergency has been declared in Wagga Wagga as the city battles its worst flood in decades. The swollen Murrumbidgee has been threatening the city all day. But as we go to air, there's some good news. Tonight's peak will not be as high as first predicted, and the levee protecting the centre of the city is expected to hold. Further out, though, the damage has already been done. 8,000 people have been evacuated so far, and more are being advised to leave this evening. ABC reporter Letitia Lemke is in Wagga.
The community is digging in to help save what it can. With a shortage of sand, red mud was shovelled into bags and loaded onto trucks.
I can't go to work, can't go to school, so we came and helped.
And all the while, the water level was rising.
We have a very significant flood emergency occurring in Wagga and surrounds, and in coming weeks we've got a similarly very significant flood emergency in towns downstream on the Murrumbidgee.
Today, the New South Wales Premier declared a state emergency.
What we're facing here in Wagga Wagga, what we're facing in other parts of the Murrumbidgee are problems that aren't going to go away immediately.
Emergency services are urging people to heed the warnings.
I just encourage people to take this warning very seriously. There are warnings also and orders also in place right across the Riverina. I just encourage people to take them seriously, to consider their safety, to consider the safety of their families and their children, and move when they're directed to do so.
Greg Atwell had to be rescued last night after getting stuck in floodwaters.
I couldn't take the dog, so she had to stay there tied up, and the water's coming up.
Today they were reunited.
What's your warning to other people?
Probably move a bit quicker, look at the worst side, make a decision and move quicker.
The order to evacuate came last night. The army was bussed in to help move people out. Residents rushed to pack their lives into cars as shop owners took stock of what they could lose.
I've got too many dollars tied up, so I've got to do it.
This morning, the rising river breached its banks at North and East Wagga Wagga and surrounding areas. Water reached roof height and livestock huddled together on patches of dry land. Tonight, hundreds are preparing to spend another night in evacuation centres. But there's good news. The latest prediction is the river won't rise as high as first feared. It's now believed the Murrumbidgee will peak at 10.6 metres and should be kept in check by the city's 10.7 metre levee bank. Letitia Lemke, ABC News, Wagga Wagga.
And Letitia Lemke joins us now from Wagga. Letitia, it's still looking really grim there, but at least it looks like the city centre will be safe.
It's certainly welcome news, Juanita, although authorities are saying it doesn't guarantee anything. They're going to be monitoring the river very closely over the next couple of hours. So certainly the maths, a 10.6 metre peak, a 10.7 metre levee, sounds like the water's going to be kept in check. But they're saying that there are still concerns that levee could fail, and if it does, up to 2 metres of water could flood the city centre. It wasn't much of a relief also for residents of North Wagga Wagga, East Wagga Wagga and Gumley who were evacuated on Sunday. They've had some serious flooding through there already.
Have those residents been given any idea of when they'll be able to go back to their homes?
Well, certainly for people in the CBD and around central Wagga Wagga, subject to an engineering check of those levees, they'll be able to go home as soon as the river level starts dropping. For people in North Wagga Wagga and those flood-affected regions, it's still some time to go. We've just seen the mass of water out there. You can tell just from the immense amount of water there's going to be significant property damage out there, and the clean-up is going to be huge. A lot of people are waiting to get home and assess the damage there, but it's going to be at least 48 hours, authorities are saying, before they get to go home.
Letitia Lemke there with the latest on the situation in Wagga Wagga.